Right, I'm lined up.
Yeah, just taxiing up behind you now.
Watch out.
Radio. I'm a little
Okay.
bit behind, but when you're ready, I'm ready.
Yeah, push it. Contact behind, moving out towards our left. Yeah, let's just pretend we haven't seen him. Let's pretend we haven't seen him. I think it's hostile. I'm going to throttle up to back to 8 pounds and just maintain this level fly. I want him to give up his energy and come down on us. If you move out to my right hand side, that'll keep him out on the left and pretend we don't know he's there.
Yeah, I'll make a nice gentle move then so it's not so obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tracking high on our 6 right now.
Oh, what's that on our left then? 9 o'clock, see? That's the one I'm looking at. Just above the horizon on the left.
Got 2 contacts.
Yeah, we've got 2 here.
Dead 6 high, and then
yeah,
one
I see your dead 6. Okay, this is interesting then. Gentle left. Just a little bit of left wing down. He's coming close.
Yep. Can't get a visual yet, but he is coming in to have a look at us.
And that guy behind is sort of closing the gap as well. Okay, let's go about 12 pounds and I'll come left now.
Roger, turning.
I'm going to try and keep the airspeed though. I don't want to yank it round.
Right, he looks like he has eyes for me.
Does indeed. I'm going to swing around now.
I'm just going to maintain a slow turn. Going to give him as much opportunity. He's coming in on me.
Yeah, stop braking now.
Yeah, braking now, left wing. Staying below for the turn.
Yeah, he's hostile.
Second one now is not showing any interest.
Did you go left?
I went left, yes.
Okay, he's diving away.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm looking now at the one that was to our 6. I'm keeping an eye on him, Phil.
Okay, I'll come back towards you then.
Yeah, I'm still a left wing down. He looks like he's turning in on me now.
Okay, I'm coming back towards you.
Gonna merge.
I got you merging. What is he?
I can't tell. Can't tell. That one has climbed back up on you. We got 3
I'm on my way over to you now.
I'm turning back towards the sun now.
Tally.
I got a I got you turning left wing down onto me.
This guy's hostile.
Who's shooting who?
It was him shooting at me.
That answers that then. He's going up and over. I'm going to keep an eye on the other guy so he doesn't come in for opportunistic on you.
He's diving away.
Other guy is coming towards your fight.
Roger.
He's dropping in on you. He's staying up. I'm behind him going up.
Guns. Can't believe I missed.
I'm still on him.
Yeah.
That's too far away. He's rolling over now. Going to stay with him. Where did he go? Lost visual on him in the ground.
Down low going left. He's out. Okay, he's destroyed. I'm coming back up.
Nice work.
Okay, I've got that one over towards the sun. Don't know if that's you.
I'm right wing down and I'm turning back towards that estuary now. I'm going to head.
So let's take a look at that previous combat sequence and see if we can learn anything from the Tacview footage. I've got the footage here. Starts about 5 minutes after Joker and I got airborne, and we are heading basically southeast, and we're in a relatively shallow climb. We're trying to maintain airspeed as much as possible. Joker is on my left and behind me. Now, we didn't see this at the time, but at our long 2 o'clock position, considerably higher, were Pappy Luft and Mamba, and they're both flying 109K4s. I want to play what happens here, because at this point in the sequence, we are merrily flying along, and Pappy Luft is somewhere up at our 2 o'clock high, and he looks like he's actually right wing down, and he has possibly seen us, and he could roll down here over the top of us and make life very difficult. But fortunately he doesn't, because I think it's about this time that he sees Mamba in the same piece of airspace. And you can see from here that he actually goes left wing down for a second to try and ID that aircraft. And that turns out to be Mamba. And they both make a sort of merge, and they realize that each is German. And then Mamba just continues his flight plan. I don't think he's seen us. Pappy has seen us because he instantly turns back towards us, but I don't think Mamba has. And Mamba's on our high 6 at this point, but he doesn't engage us, like I say, because he hasn't seen us. This is about the point where we make visual contact. I call out the contact behind us on the left, which is Mamba on our 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Joker looks behind and sees Pappy, and he confirms that he sees the contact. But actually, we're looking at 2 different contacts. I should have said 9 o'clock, but I said, I think behind us on the left. Joker confirms he sees his one. It's not for about another 20 seconds, I think, that we actually confirm, for me, that I'm looking 9 o'clock and he's looking 6 o'clock. And it's at that point we realize there are 2 contacts. We were fortunate that we did manage to square that away eventually, but it took us probably 10 or 20 seconds longer than it should have. That's just a point about communications, I guess. Once I've realized that Mamba on our left is the closest threat, this is when Joker switches to my right. And there's a reason why Joker moves over to the right-hand side from the left-hand side. And you'll see that in just a second. If I pause here, this is basically Joker's view out to the left. He can see me, and he can see the incoming contact simply by looking to his left. And I can keep my job up of scanning the rest of the sky, navigating the formation, and giving instructions. Joker's job here is to basically cover his leader and observe the incoming threats. And he does a damn fine job of it too. He moves out to the right. All the hostile threats and the friendlies that he needs to keep an eye on are all out to his left. Basically all inside the same view. I give Joker the instruction to just pretend as though we haven't seen Mamba. We just want to keep our airspeed. If we turn early, if we turned already and yanked around in towards him, he would realize that we've seen him and he would just go up vertical, and there would be no chance for us to effect any kind of damage on him. So what we have to do is we have to try and suck him into a shallow dive and then to swing around behind us onto a parallel course. And that's basically what happens here. You can see that he swings around behind Joker. As soon as we realize that he's going after Joker, which is quite soon in the sequence, then Joker is going to go into a gentle left-hand turn, just tight enough to keep the 109 interested. And I'm going to yank my Spitfire around into a very hard left-hand brake. And that happens right about here. And the goal here is that I will brake around hard, and by the time I get around 360 degrees or more, Joker will be number 1, Mamba will be still on his 6, and I will be then closing on Mamba's 6. That's the point of this maneuver here. So you can see me rolling back around. And there it is. There's the effect of that maneuver. Joker now has almost completed 180 degrees. Mamba's got far too much energy to go around in the turn, risk losing it all. So he just goes into a shallow dive and he's going to extend away. That's actually very good flying from him. I have a choice now. I can either keep following him or I can turn left pretty quickly and try and get back on Joker's 6 to now protect him. And it probably takes me a little longer than it should. I follow Mamba for a second or two, and then I'm like, okay, fine. He is taking me away from the fight. I don't have the energy. I'm going to swing back around now and try and help out Joker. Joker is now tangling with a new arrival, and that's this chap up here, Puppylift, who's finally arrived. Joker makes a very close pass on him, but he's not able to identify him. And then that leaves me in a head-on situation, which is always a very, very bad idea. So I'm going head on with Pappy, and I still don't have an idea yet. And this is when Pappy starts firing. As soon as he starts firing, well, very soon after, I pull the stick back and I go into a very steep climb. And if I hadn't have done that, I would have been killed, or at least damaged. And you can see these rounds just went underneath my aircraft as I yank the stick back. And I think from we try and get a little bit closer in here, you might see that the rounds almost touch at one point. That's about as close as you can get without scoring hits. I'll go up in a tight loop over the top and try and get on Pappy's 6. Joker has now completed his turn. I think he's off. Yeah, he's off to my left now. Unfortunately, Joker ended up dropping back down and giving away a bit of his energy. I think if he'd have perhaps gone up and over the top, we could have been in a better situation here. So here I go, up and over. Joker is now swinging round. And we have to keep an eye on Mamba, who is rejoining the fight. So he's going to be a bit of a factor. But we've probably got 20 seconds or so before he arrives. So the key here for me was to go as fast as I can, to turn as hard as I can to try and shoot Pappy down. So we go into this turning sequence. And I'm pulling lead on him a few times. He gets a little bit unstable, I think. He's unable to stay with the Spitfire in the turn. And then he starts descending. That's good news for me because I know Mamba is above. So he's taking us away from Mamba as well. I think I managed to pull lead on him again about here. He goes into a steep climb. And I get some shots. I think, yep, I hit him there. And then I overshoot. This is actually quite dangerous because he's got such good climbing ability. He's able to point that nose at me even though I had a good speed advantage and I just nailed him with some shots. He does actually loose off some rounds here. And he hits me. Good deflection shot, well ahead. And I think he just touches me. I did hear what I thought was a dinking sound, but it may have just been his shots. Anyway, there's no indication that he did hit me there, but I think he may have. So what's Mamba up to at this point? Mamba is still basically flying through us at high speed, but because we're doing so much turning, his turning circle is just too wide and he's not able to get guns on. Joker actually gets eyes on him and starts following him, and Joker tries to get some hits on. I thought at this time that Joker was watching me with the 109 that I was on. And I think Joker thought he was watching the same 109 as me. I'm not sure, but he wasn't. We were actually watching two separate 109s. You can see Joker up on my 3 o'clock high there. I think he tries to get some shots off right about now. Bit of a spray and pray, which isn't entirely effective. And I'm still hot on the heels of Puppy Luft, who's off to my low 9 rather. So here I am pulling very heavy G to get back in on him. He puts his nose down. He's trying to run. And then he goes right wing down. And then I think he does a roll maneuver. So I'm just pulling lag here. I'm not leading him. I'm just pulling lag. There's no need to overturn. And it's about this point where he could possibly get an advantage. If he goes into a climb, possibly, but he doesn't. He decides to roll all the way over. And I think I started rolling as soon as I saw him go. So I was able to almost stay with his roll. But you can see he's finished his roll here. And I'm still in my roll. Let's just look at that again. He goes into the roll. He finishes his roll there. And I'm still a full 90 degrees round in my roll. So he could have actually pulled through and probably got away from me. But for some inexplicable reason, he then rolls back in the other direction. And he, in no time at all, he's lined up our two aircraft again because he rolled back in the other direction. Just a tiny amount of time. But that enabled me to then saddle up. And once saddled up, he's shot down. Joker is still above and Mamba is still above, and Mamba still has the energy advantage and those guys are just circling around. It's at this point I will stop the replay because I tried to rejoin Joker and Mamba is still very much a factor at this point. Okay, you've got 12 or 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock low.
1 o'clock, I've got one now.
Okay, I'm behind you low on your 6. Keep an eye on him.
Okay, I'm going to go wings level onto him now.
It's the other... Yeah, it's the other hostile. I'm following him. He's going behind you and up. He's gone up and over the top.
Going to make a left turn around him. He's staying left as well.
He's looped over.
Yeah, I see him. I'm going to make myself an attractive target for him. I see you. He's coming back on me. I see you climbing. I'm going to run through the estuary, Phil.
Copy.
Can't see him now. If you can tell me when
he's rolling
close.
Down. Okay, he's on your long 6 diving on you.
Yep.
But he's still about straight. A kilometre out.
Just give me a chance.
Give some more altitude up if you can. Lose a bit more altitude.
Taking a little bit of a dolphin down.
That's it. Start going left, gentle.
Going.
And left brake in 3, 2, 1, go.
Braking now.
Keep the nose level. That's good. Okay, he's trying to get inside your turn. Keep going. Drop the nose if you can.
I can brake harder.
Wait. How about a right turn? Can you go back to the right?
I can.
Go,
now.
Do it. Yeah, he's trying to stay with you. Man, he turned sharp there. Keep braking. He's shooting.
He's not hitting me. He's over me.
There's another one diving in.
He's cut off.
Okay, you're clear now.
No, he's still behind me, Phil. He's low.
You sure? Now he's climbing out towards the hills, towards the sea now, and he's got 2 of us on his 6.
Oh, I see.
You're clear. He's being shot at by another Spit that showed up.
Oh, we've got a friendly who's shown up. Okay,
yep.
Awesome. Looks like they're heading kind of towards the mouth of the estuary still.
Yeah, they're climbing. He's climbing pretty heavy.
I'm getting some climb up as well. I don't see anything else immediately. Are you number 2?
I'm number 3. Number 1 is hostile, number 2 is a Spit, and I'm 3 on the right, out the right-hand side.
Okay, I see you. I'm number 4 out to your 5 o'clock long.
Gotcha. You're clear.
And I'm climbing inside him towards the estuary.
Roger.
Going to try and see if I can get him to stay out. Don't see anything else in the area immediately. Oh, he is climbing though quite hard.
I'm nosing up too. It's about to roll over, I think.
Looks like he's
turning right.
He's turning hard right.
Yep.
Going to try and drop down on possibly you. He is dropping down on you, Phil.
Yeah, I'm staying level on a right turn.
Yeah, you got your friendly outside.
He's dropping on the friendly out of the sea.
Yeah.
I'm inland. There's 2 out there.
No, there's a second one out there as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm dropping behind his 6 now. I'm going straight for him. That friendly might have 2 enemies on him now. Yeah, he's gone guns.
There's another Spitfire. There's now 4 Spitfires here, I think.
Okay, yeah. Might be 3. That one Spitfire dropped down fairly aggressively.
I'm moving out to the right towards Le Havre, the city and the port. He's going up again.
Okay, he's gone straight up. He's going to boom and zoom whoever gets in under him.
Yeah, that's why I'm backing off. I've got 280 airspeed still, so I can't see them when they go up in the sky like that.
He's gone straight over the mouth of the estuary right now.
Yeah, I see him on my high 6.
I'm going to turn towards the harbour.
The sky is such a dark blue colour that I can never see them when they're shadowed against it.
Literally track the estuary in. He is
I know where he is. I do see him.
Just waiting for reinforcements now, I guess.
My wings hit.
Dropping in on me now, or he's having a look to come around.
Shit, there's about 5 or 6 new ones arriving here. Okay, he's trying to get on me. I'm
see
over
him.
the city. I think he's looking at me.
Yeah, he is. If you're slightly left wing down, he's coming in under you.
Okay, it's not me then.
Shooting at somebody. He's gone up again.
Yeah. Try and back away a bit. Oh, that Spitfire tried to climb up underneath him and just stalled out. It's such a dangerous thing to do. Two friendlies right underneath him there.
I'm coming back inland.
Yep, they're right over Le Havre still now, probably at about 15,000.
Yeah, I'm to the south, coming in over land to the south.
Copy.
Gonna climb up again inland here and come back. I do not have visual on you, Phil, sorry.
That's right, I'm off the point of Le Havre on the seaside. Looks like there might be 2 pairs of 2 there. Can't quite tell. 2 are diving hard now.
There's somebody flying in over the harbour really low.
Okay, that's not me.
Climbing up now. That's a single though, that's not a pair.
Yeah, really high over the town, over the city.
Yeah,
4
I can see it
contacts.
right up there,
yeah,
yeah.
that's the scrap. But I'm not close enough to join yet. I'm still too low.
I think I see you then. Are you... There's 2 coming down. Well, there's 1 coming hard down right now.
Yeah, that's the scrap, and I'm seaside of that.
Okay, I see you coming in seaside. You're going to merge with somebody right now to your 2 o'clock.
Yep.
Got 2 aircraft that are turning in a fight behind you. Don't seem to be a factor. Just watch your low 5.
Yeah, looks like we got 2 pair here.
Somebody's coming up to take a look at you, Phil. Below you.
Okay.
You're okay, I think.
This guy's on my long 12.
Yeah.
He's
Not
diving.
stayed with you.
Something like diving on the ships too.
Somebody coming in underneath your nose as well.
And going back up over the top here.
Yeah.
I think there's somebody attacking the ships.
Maybe that's... Maybe that explains the low run-ins.
Yep. Waiting for my supercharger here. Come on, supercharger.
I'm tagging on your long 6 now. I'm below you.
Copy.
Got at least 1, 2...
Yep, I'm
2
engaging
directly below
at my
you.
1 low, diving on him, head on. He's...
See the shots, don't know
got
if
some
you
hits on,
any
I think. I think there was something coming off the back. Either that or it was Rochelle's falling out the back of his wing.
Alright, he's not turning with you. I'm still underneath you.
Copy that. Supercharger, yes!
Stayed up, he's coming in over the back of me now. I'm underneath you. Can't really help. What are you, right wing down? I'm
turning on
underneath
him,
the right
yep.
wing.
What, break? Oh, he's trying to climb up on my 6. You're okay.
Oh, no. What's that coming out of my engine?
Oh, you've been running it too long?
I've been blowing the engine. Ah, Jack. Right, I'm out of here. Sorry, man.
It's all good. This guy's lagging all over the place. Ah.
Still coming in over the harbour to have a look at it. Going up over the estuary now, whoever that is.
Yeah, I'm on this guy, but he's lagging all over the place. Very hard to follow him.
Yeah, you're catching him though, if that's you now.
Yeah, slowly.
Got hits. Somebody hit somebody anyway. I can see you jumping actually.
That did it. Got him.
Oh,
Finally.
Nice. Now you've got a high contact possibly dropping in on you. He's quite a distance away. I see you diving down.
I see. Thank you. That guy there, I dropped below his tail and he lost sight of me, and then he pulled back on a nose and tried to turn, and he went wobbly.
Looks like you are clear. He's not following anybody here.
Yeah, this one that's coming in is a Mustang.
Okay.
I think he's trying to take that kill away from me.
Yeah, he's gone back up, so that kill is still streaming, but done for. Unlike your video the other night where that smoker followed you the whole way back.
Yeah.
Really is kind of unsporting, isn't it? I've had to pull the silk, so I'm okay. I can watch this, but...
Yeah, I'm going to RTB now. Alone is not good. Right, that long sequence over Le Havre actually started way back at the immediate conclusion of the first engagement. Just as I was breaking off after my victory with Puppy Lift, I saw Joker out in front of me, and I also saw the contact he had coming in on his 2 o'clock, which was Mamba. So Mamba's trying to rejoin the fight at this point, and we have a pass made by Mamba on Joker, and then Joker maintains his heading, essentially trying to play for a little bit of energy. Mamba's rolling over the top, and I then nose up on Mamba. So there's 2 of us. We're low on energy, with Mamba above, who has more energy. And we have to play the break and evade game for a while here, actually. So Joker, I give him the instruction to start braking. And I try to pull in a bit earlier to cut the corner here. And then Joker goes left. I'm trying to cut the corner, but I'm not able to cut enough corner. And then I tell Joker to go back to the right. And I'm hoping that I can cut the corner straight across here. So Joker at this point goes right, and here am I trying to cut the corner again, and this is when this extra Spitfire arrives. Mamba sees the extra Spitfire arriving and runs. So now 3 of us are chasing Mamba around at low level, and he's doing a pretty good job using his roll rate to avoid getting hit and his superior speed. You cannot catch a 109 in a Spitfire when they decide to run. We've discussed that in previous videos. I'm deciding to go to the right here, so hoping that if Mamba turns right I can cut him off, but I simply don't have the energy to do anything about this. Notice there is another aircraft coming in from 2 o'clock. Joker is following Babuino, probably thinking that that's me. I've actually gone right here, and I'm trying to cut the corner on Mamba. I think I get relatively close, but I realize that he's going to get the energy and roll back down on top of me, and I see this extra one arriving, so I decide to stop climbing. Mamba is now pretty much on top of us, And this is where we enter the classic game of the 109s making passes and climbing, and the Spitfires trying their damnedest to follow them around and brake when necessary. So watch as the 109s basically maintain the height advantage on this fight the whole time. Mamba does a really good job. He rolls and then he rolls and then he climbs. He never really yanks the stick back and goes into an extended turn for more than about 180 degrees. He does a very good job of doing these wide turns, never really throwing away any energy at all. I mean, that turn there was about 150 degrees, but it's very wide. And he stays above the fight. Joker eventually blows his radiator during this engagement, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Spitfires here and 2 109s, but the 2 109s are both on top of the fight. And until a P-51 shows up, we're basically stuffed. There is one over here, this chap Red October, but he's really, really a lot lower. So we don't have the ability to turn the tables on these guys vertically. And you'll see this fight just goes around and around in circles for some time. I'll speed the fight up because there's nothing really tactically we can say about this. Those 109s can just climb out above us all the time. I decide to fly away from the fight, and so does Joker's blown his engine. So I decide to fly away from the fight. And what I'm trying to do is gain some energy so that I can return above the altitude of everybody else. And that's exactly what I do. So I return into the fight here, and I've almost got enough energy. Mamba is attacking someone low. He dives away. I decide not to follow him too tightly, and I'm going to keep my energy. We'll play faster. Mamba drops away. At this point I realize I am the top aircraft in the fight, and I'm basically almost co-out with HJM over here. Sorry for saying basically so often. We make a pass on each other. I get some hits at that point. He gets on my 6, but I can out-turn him. And then I'm climbing away again. Accidentally follow a Spitfire for a moment there. Going to slow this down right now because we're getting very close to the point now where, considering that we've got the height advantage at last, probably just due to numbers, HJM starts departing, and I am on his high 4 o'clock position. He knows I'm here because he's running and he's going for speed. He lags around a lot. I suspect he had a very high ping because he was jumping all over the place. I can follow this guy for about a minute or two, and having the supercharger helps, but he knows I'm behind him, and he will always be able to outfly me in this situation, provided he just stays level or in a slight climb. I will not be able to catch him. So that's why I decide to drop down underneath his tail so he can't see me. And there comes a point a bit further on. I'll play this out. So we're in a chase here. At this point, I'm not really doing anything. I'm just following him in a climb, but I will drop right below his tail, and he can't see me. I fire off some rounds. Yeah, that's just to give him a fright, really. He's still maneuvering about. He's still well out ahead of me. This goes on for quite some time, me chasing him. And there should come a point where I dip the nose. There it is. I've dipped the nose now, very obviously, and I've dropped underneath his tail so he can't see me. I'm doing a very mild low yo-yo at the same point to gain a little airspeed. So from his perspective, if he looks back, he can't see me any longer. He thinks I have broken off. The sky behind him is clear. I'm actually low underneath his 6, and he's not wiggling to check his 6 at all. And then he decides, okay, I'm clear now. I can't see anything behind me. He goes into a heavy right wing down, and he pulls back on the stick. And you can see he actually yanks it around in quite a sharp turn, and his wings wobble because he pulls so hard he actually loses some stability. That's exactly what I need. These nice giant wings the Spitfire's got are fantastic for generating lift in a turn, and I managed to catch up. He has made his mistake. And you can see, if we go from this view here, he was well out in front of me. He's basically rolled right back around, and I've cut the corner. And the distance in front of me that he was represented by the distance between these two curves. And basically, I have, saying that word basically again, and I have cut away his advantage simply by turning inside him. Had he made a 30 to 40 degree right turn, I would not have been able to cut that advantage. But because he's come back in almost 180 degrees, I've sliced that whole section off the corner. And I'm right on top of him now. He drops underneath me, rat-a-tat-tat, and that's enough. Another one at 12 here. I think it's that friendly.
I enjoyed that. I'm going to have to go actually, but that was far from cooking the engine, which is the old problem. That wasn't shocking.
No, did all right.
Lost an aircraft, so not the pilot. You did okay.
Yeah, bag 2. I got to land them though. Ah, great. This guy's decided to follow me here. There's one just down low, and he was going the other way. And now he's just decided to turn back around to see what I'm doing. So pretty sure he's hostile. Yep. He's destroyed.
Oh, you got him. Good.
Yep. Okay, RTB. So in the final stages of the sortie, the low aircraft that passed across very low in front of me going right to left was actually exiting our earlier flight. He was running home, and I decided to leave him at first without bothering to make an ID because I really wanted to get back to base. And if we play this forward, you'll see he had seen me because at some point he turns around and he tries to have a little look at me. He's well behind me by this stage. There he is turning. I don't know why you would do that from that position, but my first thought was, okay, he's turning back towards me. I'm going to climb. So up I go. I know he's probably got the speed advantage in a straight line, so he can close on me. So what I'm just going to do is go into an upward left-hand turn. And I'm keeping him in sight at my 10 o'clock low the whole time. And he didn't seem very interested in climbing up to me. It's possible he was damaged from that earlier fight. I don't know why he decided to engage, but it gets to the point where he's underneath me. I can roll inverted. This doesn't often happen, to be honest. In most cases in this situation, when I'm directly above a German aircraft and I roll inverted, they just stick the nose up and they climb up in front of me. And they'll climb up and I can't follow them. But in this case, he decided not to. He's got his left wing down. I'm trying to get a better view here. He's got his left wing down and he's staying level. As though I hadn't seen him. Or as though he hadn't seen me, rather. And I get a deflection shot in this turn. I think he was outside of my engine cowling. I was just firing into the space where I thought he would be. And the hits got on. And that was a fairly quick was a fairly quick little victory, that one. Just roll up over the top and then dive down. But like I said, in so many cases I've done that. I've rolled down on an aircraft that's been underneath me, and they've just yanked back on the stick and climbed straight into me, and I haven't been able to get guns on. But in that case, he stayed level and gave me a shot. This is pretty much the end of the sortie. From this point, I am just heading home.